thoughts that are not the same as my own in the present time.
Yeah.
The way they always do those things, this and that and other stuff that I don't have the time, money, or energy to do anymore. But if you got something to say about stuff I do every day, that is not the same as yourself at the present time. Who tell
I guess so.
Okay.
That's WHO died and made you.
Let us know when this supposed song's over.
Well, it's over now, and y'all just talked all over it, just like you said you would.
Good. Oh, good.
Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't be able to hear it, which means any audio that I play, you're not going to be hearing, but that's okay. It's on the stream regardless.
Despite us having a voicemail.
Oh, shit.
I mean, this is some broke down shit, Steve-O.
Wow, it's like we had a
okay,
fucking game plan.
I
for
expect this
podcast,
from
and now it's
Dave,
from
but not from
shit.
you, Steve.
Okay, well, it's fixed.
Oh, wow.
But you don't
Just
need
like
to hear
that.
the song.
No, we kind of do need to hear the song so we know when to start. No, I can't do my thing.
Do it, Brad. Do it.
I'm going to do it next week now. Do we work out these bugs? This is just
You've got the same attitude toward this creepy pasta as Becca has toward Haywood Banks. It's too sacred. It's too sacred.
It's got to be right. It's got to be done right.
This man gave us his song to use. Brad
copyright
took
claims
this
all the time.
Yeah, Brad took this thing off the internet. He took it and he made it his own. Guys, I'm really happy that this whole holiday season shit's done with.
Yes.
I'm good. I'm done with it.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
happy.
Over it.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody have a good New Year's thing.
I'm hungover.
Whatever.
Yeah.
That means it was good,
Maybe.
right?
Sleepy.
Yeah.
It was
I
just
mean,
Tuesday.
it was New Year's.
Yeah.
Just had a Tuesday.
It
I
was.
worked a lot.
Wassailing was everything I had hoped for. We wassailed on down to the beach shack, past like 5 or 6 fires going, and weren't quite drunk enough to approach these party people. They probably weren't drunk enough to have us approach them. But on the way back, yeah, we stopped at every single one of them. And I don't even remember anything. We just
That's a good.
it's like, hey, and like,
Wassailing
you know,
night.
one of them were like, hey, you got the best fire on the beach, and the other ones were like, hey, your fire sucks, you know. Yeah.
They need to hear
But
it.
you felt like you made friends.
Yeah, we felt like we made friends, you know, but it was all short lived because it was, you know, by the time we left the beach shack, it was, you know, 1 o'clock or so, and I had to open, and so we were kind of trying to make our way back, which helped us keep it moving, you know, because I'll get in conversations and just ramble for hours, and you know, and then all of a sudden the sun's coming up, but not this day. Not this day. Can I taste this thing?
Yeah, we got another drink taste test. People keep asking me, and I said I didn't know if I had anything special, but Steve-O had something.
Yeah.
I was very excited. Somebody else is getting into the drink taste testing game, like
Yeah.
I'm in
Yeah.
this game currently. So tell us what you got. Show
Well,
the people
what happened? What had happened was I went to ABC because I had found Left Hand Milk Stout there before, and
Yeah,
so I just figured they'd still have it, and I couldn't find it. And I asked the guy, like, Left Hand Milk Stout? No. He's like, I don't think so. And, you know, of course, I'm like,
Well, fuck y'all.
I was like, well, you know, is there anything else you might suggest? And he pointed out a few things, and this one was highly recommended. It's called Ivory Stout. Here, let me blow my face up. It's called Ivory Stout. It's a white stout, unfiltered, drink fresh. What else does it say? It says malt beverage. Okay, blah, blah, blah. It's got a lot of cool little things on the can. Very hipster, if that's what that is. And here we go. Let's see how it sounds.
what's the alcohol?
Oh, alcohol
content
content,
on
right. It's only 4.8. He kept trying to push these higher ones on me, like, well, there's Dragon's Milk, which I've had before, but that's like 11%. And he pointed out some other one that was like 14. And I'm like, I'm not all about the high.
They don't taste great. I mean, you could have like a small one But then after that, you're drunk, too drunk, and they don't taste great if you're drinking too many of them. All right, we got the sip.
It's all right.
Expensive.
Huh? Yeah, it's not like, oh man, that is delicious. It's not as smooth as I think I was expecting. Like I'm used to like Guinness, it's like super smooth, even though it's carbonated or nitrogenated. This has a little more fizzle than I was expecting.
Yeah.
It's almost like you
don't want a lot of fizzle.
You know what it tastes like? You remember those, what was it? Coca-Cola Black? Is that what it was called? It was like coffee Coke.
Oh,
it
yeah.
Had the black bottle, right? The glass. That's kind of what this tastes like.
I thought that was great. I like that stuff.
I mean,
but it did not last long.
It's good. I think it's just not exactly what I was expecting. I was expecting more of the milk taste. Maybe it's not even. Is it a milk stout? Let's see. Malt beverage with natural flavors. It's just a white stout. Maybe it's not actually a milk stout. Well,
out of 5 stars.
So yeah, out of 5 stars, I'd give it like a 3.
We're gonna start rating.
I'm gonna give it a 3.
3?
Yeah, because when you're shopping for left-hand milk stout and this is what you end up with, I mean, I give left-hand milk stout a 5. That shit's good. But I will
Did you get
continue.
6 of those?
Yeah, I got a 6-pack of these, so and they will be consumed.
Well,
sorry, Ivory. What's the company here?
Budweiser.
Brewlink Brew Company. Visit us in Plainfield, Indiana. Design and characters by Watto.
Creative name for a town.
We'll link him to the show on Twitter. Hey,
they'll love that.
We reviewed your drink.
It was mediocre at best.
Oh.
Well, now 3 should be above mediocre.
It is, and it's Well, I would think like 2, a 1 or a 2 is something that you don't even want to continue drinking. So it's barely better than something I would want to throw away.
Right. Yeah, but I mean a 3 is above midway, so you're toward the positive.
Like a 1
slightly.
a 1 would probably be like just any given IPA to me.
Yeah.
Because I hate IPAs. And I think most people do too. They're just trying to look cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's not my choice.
Are you calling out a hipster?
Yeah.
It's calling out all hipsters.
Yeah. Especially like early 20-somethings like that probably don't really have a taste for beer yet.
Oh my God.
That like their first beer was an IPA and they're like, yeah, this is awesome. They're not.
You talk like an old man.
Yeah. I'm getting there.
These hops have their own hops that they put into
these young kids. They don't know their beers.
I mean, I'm not a beer connoisseur myself. Like, most of the time, I'm drinking Miller Lite. I mean, it is a fine Pilsner. Don't get me wrong.
Fine Pilsner.
It says it right on the bottle.
I just love the word Pilsner.
Yeah.
Pilsner.
It's a fine Pilsner.
But it's a fine Pilsner.
All I did was read the label, man. That's all I did. Just like, PBR, they won the blue ribbon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's right on the can.
It says it right there. Yeah.
I mean, it's a blue ribbon on the can.
Yeah. How was yours, Nathan? How was your New Year's?
Well, Steve-O, thanks for asking.
All right.
You're welcome. Was terrible. It was fucking terrible. It was nothing. I don't ever really care for New Year's Eve. I don't. Why the fuck are you closed? It's a fucking. And then today, Wednesday. There's no special reason. You're not a fucking bank.
Yeah.
You're not a government building. Why the fuck are you closed?
Who?
You're a fucking liquor store. You're closed on New Year's Day. What the fuck's wrong with you? Yeah, liquor store was closed early.
Shit.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
Got me fucked up. ABC was open. They were good.
Well, not the one that I relied on being open. It was
Damn,
not open.
That sucks.
But I did today, which was kind of offset that, which was what I kind of considered my anti-New Year's resolution, and that was eating a schnitzel smothered in cheese and fried eggs.
That sounds so good.
That was fucking awesome. That was worth everything.
Schnitzel.
That made the day.
Is it schnitzel or schnitzel?
Schnitzel.
Schnitzel. All right.
Schnitzel.
Okay. Tenacious D says it's schnitzel, I think.
Oh, eat my fucking schnitzel.
Eat my fucking schnitzel.
No, he says schnitzel.
Yeah, he does say schnitzel. Eat my fucking schnitzel.
So we're in. Everybody else have a good New Year's. We passed that. Anybody got anything to say? Patrick, I know you did something special. I don't know if you want to talk about it.
I was out at Press Pub all night.
Yeah, you were out in the Market Square area, down where all those hipsters are.
Oh yeah,
drinking IPAs.
I went well. Had fun.
Yeah, it went well. It was a lot of fun.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Did they drop the ball up there? Did they do that at Market Square?
Yeah, they do they drop the ball. They like to think they're New York.
Yeah.
Where they drop the ball from? I don't remember. I think it's like right in the middle of the square. They have like a little stadium, and it's a ball that they'll have put above it, and they'll drop it on there.
Did you go out there and see it, and then get an argument with the Black Hebrew Israelites or whatever?
No, I haven't seen him there lately.
Oh,
I think he moved on. I think he moved to a new town.
Yeah. He might have been the one that hacked up those Jews with a machete in New York. You never know.
Damn.
What? I heard that. Well, there's a thing. New York City now has had a rash of Jew attacks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
You don't hear about it because it's mostly been from black people.
Oh wow!
And I think that it might be the Black Israelites, which is sort of this offshoot where they consider themselves to be true Israelites, and the current what you would consider Israel are sort of white usurpers of Jewry. Well, of course, you also have Louis Farrakhan, who's not a big fan of Jews either. So you got those cross sections, but that's been happening in New York City lately.
Wow, I have no idea.
I can't possibly keep up with the hate.
Yeah, you can't keep up with the hate. It's 2020. Keep up with the hate. We have a banner, Raise to Hate 2020. I have a picture of like Trump, Louis Farrakhan, Kim Jong-un, that guy from Iran. I don't know, Ayatollah something.
Elmer Fudd.
And George Lucas or Disney, I guess.
Yeah, just Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse.
I think Mickey Mouse would be the right choice on that.
Yeah, evil Mickey Mouse.
That's just Mickey Mouse, Dave.
Yeah.
Is it?
You don't have to specify.
It's just one and the same. Yeah.
So this is the time of year where, unfortunately, everybody gets obsessed with lists, and I saw so many of those lists today, and I'm actually going to talk about one later. But at the same time, I hate them. But we're going to do it anyway. We're going to do it. But what I like even more is our predictions. From last year. Our wisdom. The wisdom of verbal assault. This group of elite, average people.
elite average. I like it.
Yeah. That's what we are.
All right,
Steve-O has since Becca has again abandoned us. Even though we titled the whole episode after her, calling her the spoke of the wheel and all that shit.
Right.
Yeah. She still says,
here.
I give no fucks.
Yeah, she's still not here.
She's so
I went and saw Becca at work before the show, and she wanted me to pass on a message. Let's see. I got it written down right here.
Okay. I guess we'll hear that.
She said, fuck all y'all. That's it.
Oh.
No, she didn't.
Right.
She didn't. She says she loves everybody and wishes she was on there.
Brad.
And Fuck all y'all.
So I wanted to, make that sound like Rush Limbaugh. When I thought about pulling out this paper, I was thinking about Rush Limbaugh. And then I thought, does he actually just have his notes on a computer and he just has a piece of paper there to go like...
No, he's been doing that shit for 25 years, man.
No, man, he's old school.
Yeah, he's been doing that forever.
Well, let's see. Let's. I don't want to start with myself, so let's go. Let's start with Dave. Trump will be censored. What will that?
Dave,
what does
really,
that
I
mean?
didn't.
Dave really
I'm really close. I didn't think they'd have the stuff to get him impeached or something, but I figured that they would do something. They would censure him or something.
Some ways to shut him up.
So I mean, that's close.
Yeah. Okay. So what are we doing
Yeah,
points
we'll give
here?
that to
We're
you.
giving a point.
I don't think
We just give you an attaboy, and then we go
Attaboy.
on.
Okay. Well, I'll put it. That one mark represents an attaboy, and then your other thing is proof that Elvis is dead. Did that happen?
Well,
can you pull up? Can somebody pull up a picture of his? Somebody pull up a picture of his grave, of Elvis's grave.
I don't think that's proof.
Dig him up before just to prove he was dead.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know. I don't remember, but I do remember saying that now.
You feel embarrassed? You look embarrassed.
Yeah, I think he said that because he couldn't come up with anything else. Probably.
Well, I have a picture of his grave. If that's really
it's a grave, it's no proof.
Yeah,
I mean, it's proof. Like, hey, that's a UFO. That's not proof.
No attaboy for that, Dave. I'm sorry. No attaboy.
Now, in parentheses, it says Harvey Weinstein.
What?
Parentheses, Harvey Weinstein.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, I don't know if it's supposed to go with the proof that Elvis is dead, and then Harvey Weinstein.
Is that his celebrity death prediction? Is that what
yeah, we did celebrity death.
Oh, that's right, because it was celebrity deaths, and then you said Elvis Presley, and then you altered that to say Elvis Presley.
I threw that in at the end, the celebrity death predictions.
Okay, so Harvey Weinstein, and you.
Harvey Weinstein.
I mean, he's still alive, but he ain't doing well.
He's not well.
He walks with a limp. He stays around in a hospital a lot. He did one interview, and he looked like hell. That man is wrecked.
If anybody said Epstein,
Man,
I will give you $1 million right
You
now.
don't have $1 million to give.
That's how I'll find it. I'll give it to
It's
you.
just like an IOU.
I'll make it.
Just gonna write an IOU. I owe you $1 million.
What do we do? What do we do about Becca? We just make fun of how wrong she was.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay,
sounds good. Yeah.
All
Here's
right.
Becca.
Here's Becca's predictions. Brendan Fraser makes a comeback.
We're waiting.
Vaping.
God, we're all waiting.
Vaping is outlawed.
Oh,
She's
getting close.
Oh, that cigarettes got bumped up to 21 and up. I don't know if y'all realize
Yeah,
that.
somebody said that to me today. I didn't hear it.
Nationwide. Trump signed that shit.
Oh, it probably doesn't go into effect.
Federal.
It's not immediate, right? Is it immediate?
Yeah, it was
I think it is.
Yeah, it was like a day or two ago.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, 20-year-olds. You're gonna have to get someone to buy cigarettes for you again.
The struggle
one
is
trip
real.
now. Just get the person buying your beer to buy you a cigarette.
Yeah, it'll make you feel young again. Like, it's like high school all over again.
Yeah. Let's see. She'll get another dog. She did not. She did not get another dog. Dave will hit 148 followers.
I don't think so.
Dave.
Patrick's band will sell 1 million records.
We sell 1 million records, but
you guys even have a record?
We have our
CD,
CDs that we
yeah.
sell. Yeah.
We got CD? Oh shit.
Yeah, we got CDs.
Sold
a couple hundred.
How many have you sold? A couple hundred?
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Let's see.
they're all $1,000 a piece. So
Yeah,
so
that's
he's doing very well.
yeah, they made it.
Price. Nobody's argued about the price.
It's worth it, man. Nathan will be a black belt.
Nope.
Are you close?
No, I need another year. Another year.
All right. Well, maybe we'll make that the de facto prediction for Becca.
Another
for next
prediction.
year.
Yeah, another prediction.
Let's see. Steve-O will become Elon Musk's personal photographer. Nope.
That didn't work out the way you wanted to.
Yeah, not quite.
I like how her predictions are all just these really aspirational things for us.
They get more and more off the rails.
Yeah, it's just all how we're gonna be doing amazing things. I like that. That's good.
Let's see. Brad will own a strip club.
Not signed the papers yet.
I don't remember that. That's perfect. That's a perfect
I don't
idea.
that one either.
And then the celebrity death is Brendan Fraser.
Wait, Brendan Fraser makes a huge comeback and then just dies the next
He
day.
does.
It's like, finally, I got the Oscar.
Yeah,
and he jumped off a bridge.
The stage collapses underneath him and he dies in the rubble.
The award goes through his head. Yeah.
Well, that's it for Becca.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
right. So we'll carry over her prediction that you'll be a black belt, and that'll have to be her only prediction because she did not send in a voicemail.
Unless we want to be nice and possibly talk to her next week. I don't know.
Oh wait. Hold on. Let me make sure. Let me see. Is it? I don't think it is. I don't think it's another voicemail, but I don't know anybody's phone number off the top of my head, so.
Yeah, check and make sure.
Yeah, no, it's just the one. By the way, we got one from Jerry, don't forget. Where was that here? Now it's Nathan's turn. All right. Giant fence started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know some of it's been built. Yeah, some of it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say very much.
Well, it's started.
I mean,
Started.
Started as started.
I'll take a point.
There's an attaboy.
It's an attaboy.
Let's see. Nathan, hopeful prediction. Beginning of downfall of social justice in mainstream.
I totally take that. I mean, look at people like Ricky Gervais, Dave Chappelle, these comedians coming out and being attacked and just saying, "No, fuck you. We're gonna tell the jokes we want to tell, and we're done being bothered by this shit." Even Barack Obama actually came out and said social justice has gone too far.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Barack.
Yeah, Barack.
Swinging to the right.
Let's see. Cracks in communist wall.
Cracks in communist wall. What's
that mean?
Yeah,
I don't remember saying anything like that.
I don't know if that's supposed to be the end of that, like the downfall of social justice and mainstream cracks in communist wall. No, that doesn't make any sense.
I guess,
she did say good luck figuring this out.
They do have, I mean, that might have been connected. I might have said something, social justice is related ideologically to communism, so maybe that's just part of that, I'm guessing.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then your celebrity death was Ian McKellen?
Ian McKellen. I think he's still.
How's he doing?
I think he's still kicking, man.
Okay.
Kicking McKellen, we call him.
Wait, did we not?
Kicking McKellen.
There's no Brad on here. I guess Brad, were you not on that show? I guess.
Was I not?
You must have still been in Ohio.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That sucks.
Yeah, we might have done that the week of like a little closer to Christmas instead of like the, actually in the previous year. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, let's move on to Patrick. Kevin Spacey will kill myself. And myself is crossed out and says himself before verdict.
Well, his accuser actually killed himself.
Oh yeah, so
like two or three of them killed themselves.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of weird, right?
Yeah,
it is.
Maybe he was buddies with Epstein. He's part of that whole
ring.
Yeah, the Luciferian pedophile ring.
Yeah.
And then
let's
see, giant fence will fall. Did you make that prediction? Do you remember?
I don't really
because it's kind of like it's kind of weird. Like it's like over here, there's your name, and then like underneath it says giant fence will fall, and I'm assuming that's attributed to you.
I don't recall.
This is very difficult. Deciphering what.
That's a pretty good. I mean, that's a pretty good joke to say after I say the
fence will start, and then Patrick says fence will fall. That's good. And then your celebrity death is Bill Cosby.
No, he's
still
living it up in jail.
Yeah.
Still kicking, you know.
He's still getting his 3 squares.
Yeah.
Did you hear what Bill Cosby came out and said some shit? I think it was to Eddie Murphy. I guess Eddie Murphy was on SNL, and for the first time in like 20 years or whatever it was.
It was awesome.
And he told a joke about Cosby, right?
Yeah,
is what I heard. And then Cosby came out, and if Todd was here, I'd let him say it. He said he said some racist shit about Eddie. He said some mean shit to Eddie Murphy, basically, which is kind of funny. But I guess he can still somehow get his message out. The Bill Cosby message.
Dr. Huxtable.
You put the thing. I can't do Cosby. I just.
Okay, I guess so. My predictions. No giant fence. Wrong. Well, I got this one wrong. Launch astronauts. Nope, not yet. And my prediction to go along with that was that SpaceX beats Boeing to launching astronauts. So that's
true.
Not applicable. Well, they haven't done it yet, but Virgin Galactic will launch paying passengers. Nope, not yet. But I have a feeling all my predictions for this year are just going to be the same. And then my celebrity death was Morgan Freeman.
No,
I think he's still doing okay. Good. I didn't want him to die.
But he had to go.
He was just the first.
just a man on a list, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Everybody's got their time.
Morgan.
So I guess
we should do this year's predictions.
Everybody's got to do. Yeah, and now I'm starting to go like, oh shit, I should have thought about this.
Yeah, me too. I knew it was coming, but I really didn't put any energy into it. Let's see.
Well, I want to make one prediction. I'm going to predict that Verbal Assault podcast blows up in popularity. That is my prediction.
All right.
Never before thought by me.
As soon as you say that, the stream number goes down.
Goes down what? Like Dave gets off the stream? Like
maybe.
All right. Verbal Assault blows up.
Let's see.
And y'all can just throw them out. I got
you need to put,
PlayStation 5 is going to be fucking awesome. Here, there's my prediction. PlayStation 5. I like that.
PS5 is...
Yeah, that's coming out.
Fucking awesome.
I got a prediction.
What you got?
I predict that they will announce the new Grand Theft Auto this year.
All right. Let's see. We don't want to necessarily say that it's GTA 6, right? So I'll just put new GTA.
The new GTA.
Announced. Okay.
All right. I got one.
All right.
Let's go.
The Xbox X Series will beat the PS5.
What does beat mean?
X. Yeah.
How does
It's
one
gonna
pop
They're gonna
outperform it.
they're gonna get in a
Another
fight.
With a baseball bat.
It's gonna outperform it.
Is it gonna have like the celebrity death match? Remember celebrity?
Yeah, hold on.
That's
I need to know. You mean in sales?
Yeah, I think this time it's gonna be different.
This year it's different.
This
Have you
year it's
seen-
personal.
That's their new slogan.
Have you
It's
seen that
it's
big
phenomenal the
stupid
difference
thing?
between them, but I think this one's gonna be different.
Have you seen that big stupid box, Dave?
I have,
The
I
PS5
have.
is shaped kind of weird too.
And
No,
also,
they haven't released an official design on that.
I think that game streaming, regardless of platform like Stadia, whatnot, I think game streaming is going to be it's going to take a hold like never, better than they expected. I think there's going to be more people game streaming, not streaming on Mixer, but the actual streaming of games.
Yeah.
Just game
Okay.
streaming.
All right. Wait, that's a prediction.
Need some way to track that.
Let's see. Game stream. Put it in a
Stadia.
game streaming will what? Blow up.
Oh, that kind of streaming.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit's been doing terrible.
I think in
Stadia.
2020 they're going to turn a corner.
What?
Okay.
So give me an actual prediction that
Can
I
I
can
just
type out.
counter predict everything Dave says?
Here, let's just go. Dave is wrong on all fronts.
Yeah, Nathan says no.
But Dave, you still haven't given me what is your prediction about the game streaming? Something that I can actually type out that will make sense in a year. Like game streaming is going to get really popular. It's already really popular. I don't know what you're actually predicting.
It's popular, but it's not successful because you're limited by your internet connection. I think they're going to overcome that hurdle without everybody having to have fiber optic.
You know what he's talking about, right, Steve?
No, I mean,
I think you're thinking of Twitch.
yeah. What is he talking about?
He's talking about cloud-based gaming.
Google
So you have a
Stadia.
simple device, and the game is running on Google servers. That's what Stadia is.
Yeah,
PlayStation
that's the
has
Stadia.
that. PlayStation has PlayStation Now, where you can do the same kind of thing.
Okay,
With
so
a lot of older games.
I'm gonna put game streaming will finally work. Is that
Put cloud-based gaming.
okay?
Yeah.
It's just so we won't be
Yeah,
confused.
yeah. Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to add a prediction.
All right.
I would like to predict unification of North and South Korea.
All right.
Yeah. Go
That's
all the way.
hopeful.
I would like to predict the unification of North and South Carolina and North and South Dakota. And Alaska will be taken away from us and given back to Canada.
Canada. I would give it to Canada.
Because that's
Thought
what
we bought-
Canada
didn't
will
we-
want.
I thought we
Damn it.
bought it from Russia.
What about Virginia and West Virginia coming together and coming up with Virginia?
Virginia?
Yeah.
We can do that too while we're at it. Just make things easier.
Okay, what is it? Okay, so I got unification of North and South Carolina and Dakotas,
Yes.
and then what else?
We give Alaska to Canada.
Okay.
Why are we giving Alaska to Canada?
Hey, I don't
Why
know
not?
why or how.
Don't ask
but
me.
it's gonna happen.
He's not a politician, Dave.
Yeah.
They have.
They're going to
they
buy
have
up our
similar-
Chinese debt, and that's how we're going to pay it off is with Alaska. That's it.
I was gonna say somewhere they have a video of Trump with some Canadian prostitutes pissing on a bed.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and put mine
Canada.
in here. Astronauts do launch. I think Virgin Galactic and Blue Origin are both gonna get people up. And Blue will launch paying. See, that's the key. Paying passengers.
Did you see this Robinhood app? It's got snow coming down on it when you open it up.
Oh no, I didn't. I went to look at my shit, and stock market's closed on New Year's Day. Oh yeah, there's snow. Look at that. I'm doing very well on my Virgin Galactic stock.
Oh yeah.
I want to predict that stock crashes. Cause...
Wow.
All right.
I mean, it can't crash that much. It's not like it's,
hundreds.
Yeah.
Oh,
all right.
Are we waiting to do celebrity deaths?
Yeah, I was about to ask if anybody had any general predictions.
Oh,
I would like to predict. Let me add to the rocket thing. I want to predict that I will see a rocket launch.
Okay.
In 2020.
Good.
With my own eyes.
Is it Richard Branson? Is that his name, a Virgin?
Yeah.
He's gonna die.
Wow.
I thought Patrick took mine.
All right. Richard Branson dies.
It's gonna be in a fist fight with Elon Musk.
What?
Yep.
Well, I'm not going to tell how my celebrity death happens. I'm just going to say it happens.
Okay.
All right. Who?
Dave.
Queen Elizabeth is going to kick the bucket.
Ooh, that's a good one too.
Yeah, you don't want to start giving details because that starts to put you under suspicion.
We're gonna have
More
I think it's over for her. She's had a good run.
Just say old age.
Yeah.
I'll go George
She's just
Clooney.
not going to wake up. It's going to be sad.
George Clooney.
I'll go George Clooney. I ain't scared.
That's reasonable. He died in a motorcycle crash.
Yeah, totally. He does that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Man, I feel like we need more predictions. Like I've only got 2, and really it's kind of 1. Brad's only got 1. Oh man, what is happening? Let's see. Ooh, I know. Let's see. Trump. I'll say Trump stays in office because.
Oh yeah. If you want to go on that, let me say Trump wins the election. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I was kind of referencing the impeachment, but
yeah. Well, they're not going to file it with the Senate, so it's
not even going to happen.
No, he's probably not even.
But I'm going to go with loses election just to be crazy.
No, I would say wins election by landslide, straight up landslide.
All right, well, just to make it interesting here.
Yeah.
Trump wins election by landslide.
Dave, give me a prediction on who he's running against. Who's the Democrat nominee?
Oh. I mean, I know I want to say a couple other ones, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think it would be awesome if he ended up running against Bloomberg.
Why Bloomberg? Well, I mean, why would it be awesome? Why would it be awesome? Why would it be awesome?
Well, he's a businessman. He was a Republican. Now he's a Democrat. So, you got that whole I left and now I'm coming back to beat you kind of bullshit. So, I am the mayor of New York.
He's a New Yorker.
Yeah, so that's kind of why I think it would be an interesting story. But I think a businessman beating him would be cool. Tom Steiger. He's a Democrat business guy. Or Steger or something like that.
I don't know who the fuck that is. He's not winning.
And Bloomberg can't even compete in the debates because he doesn't take election money or party money.
Oh, really?
You giving up on Joe Biden? You feel Joe Biden's going to disappear? I mean, he literally called him.
He's just going to say something stupid.
He called him George H.W. Bush.
I mean,
recently.
he's Sleepy
And
Joe,
then he said
man.
this. He had the creepiest fucking quote. He was at some event surrounded by it was like all black constituents, all these, and he was talking about like, I don't know, community or some shit. And then he was like, and then he immediately goes onto this tangent of, I used to love sitting in the pool and have the kids rub up on my legs, and they would like rub my hairs up backwards, and my hairs would stand up on my legs.
Oh my god!
And I love little cockroaches too. All those little cockroaches. It was fucking weird, man. I think that
What?
See, he's
you can pull
he's
up
gonna
the
say
quote.
something
Pull it up.
stupid, man.
Pull it up. Pull up Joe Biden. You probably find Joe Biden cockroaches. You probably find it that way.
Don't
And then
accidentally hit enter after cock.
Yeah.
Joe Biden cock.
A couple days ago at one of his events, a guy started yelling, "Stop touching children."
Oh, here we go. All right, here we go.
Yeah, here it is.
Well, we've got a video or
Oh.
an ad, but it gives me time to share the screen.
I thought that was actually him trying to do his creepy voice. I like cockroaches.
That made
Rub
me
up
aware
on my
when I
legs.
was in law school. Proudly for Holloway. Proudly for your dad. First African American state senator in the state of Delaware. Everything about. And by the way, I sit on the stand.
Did
And
you
it
say
get
shit
hot.
on the stand?
I got hairy legs
on the stand.
that turn that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They look at it. I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I love kids jumping on my lap. And I tell you what, the men, they're now all men, the guys I work with down here, and they're all guys at the time. They're all good men. Most of them made an awful lot of themselves. And Earl Larkin had a rough time. And some of you knew Earl. I came back as a public defender.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
That's great.
I want him to get the nomination because I want him and Trump on the same stage. Just saying crazy things. I think it'd be so funny.
I love kids jumping on my lap. I just love it. I learned about roaches.
I learned about roaches.
I learned about kids on laps.
Crazy
else?
Joe.
Brad, you got a celebrity death?
Man, I just don't know who.
Who's your least favorite celebrity? I don't know.
Rosie O'Donnell.
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
Rosie O'Donnell.
I want to see. This is one that pains me, but it's the one that keeps entering my mind, and I don't want it to be true. I really don't, but it keeps coming to mind, and I'm gonna say Sylvester Stallone.
Oh.
I think all those roids are gonna catch up with him, man. They're gonna catch up with him. All that human growth hormone. His heart's gonna explode out of his chest.
Oh yeah, this would be too bad. Well, he's got all the he did Last Blood. He's done a couple new Rocky movies. I think he's done.
They're good though. They're
Are
good.
They good? I haven't seen
Last
the new
Blood
ones.
is good.
Is it?
And I guess he's gonna do another Expendables movie too. I think. And I love those movies. I think they're great.
I don't think I've seen any of those, honestly. Which I
Oh,
should.
yeah,
I know. I
definitely.
like all the actors in there.
Yeah, I've never seen him either.
Any further prediction?
We need one celebrity from everybody.
We got one.
Oh, has everybody
Yeah,
got one?
you got Sly. Dave said Queen Elizabeth. Patrick said Richard Branson. Brad said Rosie O'Donnell, and I said George Clooney.
Well, there we go.
What does Becca say?
We don't know.
Maybe we could get her to say next week if she's here, or send us a voicemail.
865 316 6955.
Speaking of voicemails, we got one.
We got one. All right, here
Should
goes.
Just carry over Becca's old prediction of Brandon Fraser.
All right.
Letting it ride.
Hey guys, Jerry, the original super fan of the show. Just want to let you know your Christmas songs, Dave's little poem at the beginning, and then your 12 Days Christmas was pretty damn good. Nathan, you seemed a little bit too excited to be yelling 5 gold cock rings like you have experience with it or something. And surprisingly enough, I actually missed Brad for this part. I thought he'd be a good addition to the Christmas show. But, I've been remiss and I haven't been leaving voicemails, like I say, going to when I talk to Dave and stuff. But, just like everybody else, we're all busy. And I apologize. I'll try to do better in the future to communicate with you and show you that I'm still here and supporting the show. See you later.
Jerry trying to get the super fan status back.
Yeah.
That's right. He's the original super fan.
See, I kind of didn't think of Jerry as super fan since he has been on the show a few times now. He's sort of he's kind of gone above super fan almost.
Yeah, he's special guest.
Yeah, he's a special guest. Friend of the show. He even said he missed Brad. Look at that.
Yeah,
that shit talking he did way back. He
That's right.
He misses Brad.
Man,
that's right.
Things that come full circle.
I still remember Brad's face when we listened to that voicemail. Brad was like,
the one where I left the room. Like, this is taking too long.
Well, thank you, Jerry. I was excited about the gold cock rings, obviously, and thank you for enjoying the. I'm glad you enjoyed the Christmas thing. I thought he was going to say it sucks.
I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, I thought we did great. I was kind of nervous about are we going to come up with enough things for the 12 days? But then it was just like, well, just go through the old show notes and shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we had an excess of things.
What would be really cool, which I don't even know how we do it, but to have like a best of, like a end of the year best of thing, but you'd have to comb through every episode and find just like some clips and put it all together, and it'd be real tough.
We have to ask Scott right now to start marking down timestamps.
There you go. Yeah, because it's just about every episode. I don't know when we actually started putting them on YouTube, but just about every. Well, anything we would actually be able to show, so we could talk about it, be like, oh, well, this is clips, blah, 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 and then I could have it pulled up on the YouTubes, and we can sit here and relive it live.
Relive ourselves live.
Relive ourselves. Yeah, so listeners, you do that. Start marking down stuff that you think is worthy of the end of the year wrap up show.
Yeah, do it.
And then send it to I took our email address off the thing because it never got any use. But what is it? Verbal Assault 2016 at Gmail.
Yep.
Yeah.
The year we started.
Or message us on anything, literally Twitter. Facebook. We'll get it.
All right, let's move this along. Brad, you had something else you wanted to say after the one thing you didn't want to say.
Oh, Steve-O, pull that up.
All right.
And send it back to me.
Send it back to you? Or just share the screen. Is that good enough?
I guess.
Do I need to send it back to you?
Yes, just drop a link in the note.
Oh, okay, yeah.
In the show. Yeah. I haven't listened to this since Steve-O can play the sound. I was browsing Reddit as I do. All right, thank you. I was browsing Reddit as I do, and I just saw the words flat earth rap and figured what better place to play this than the show.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So
we're number one flat earth authority.
I've not listened to this, so let's see what's beautiful gems of knowledge.
Oh, you actually haven't listened to it?
No, I haven't listened to it.
Cool, neither have I.
And I just wanted to say, Earth is flat, Jack, flatter than a flapjack. We about to flat smack, Globers get your bag packed. I'm with my flat pack, globes in the trash sack. Azimuth or equidistant map up on my snapback. Flat smacking everybody at Joe's Crab Shack. Looking at us like what we're saying is so abstract. Lesson 1, no curvature there to be found. How can it be a ball if nothing about it is round? Lesson 2, 3/4 of the ground is covered in flat water. Do you hear the way that sounds? Lesson 3, take a look at the stars that you see at night. Same constellations that you've been seeing for all your life. You can straight up see the wires and the green screen glitches and the water bubbles floating on the spacewalk missions. It's detestable. I refuse to be another vegetable. Pseudoscience garbage will to me be unacceptable. Anyone with eyes to see don't have to be susceptible. Dispose of your globe in the nearest waste receptacle. We backpacking. Absurdities they taught to us as facts since the nursery. Courtesy of a sun-worshipping fraternity. You heard of flat earth but didn't know it was the truth. But we didn't see it either till somebody showed us proof. So if you got a Facebook, you can keep your sin.
Wow.
You got a
Probably
Facebook.
good.
Yeah, that's it. It didn't lose connection. That's just as long as it is.
That's all you need. You got to do
That's-
research, flat Earth research.
Yeah, research flat Earth.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Steve,
there's-
I want one of those NASA liar shirts. I'm gonna. Oh, that'd be so. That'd be awesome. I gotta look online and get one of those.
Yeah.
That's a treasure, Brad.
I mean, it's a good rap. It's too bad. I mean, it's not the same constellations every day and every night.
It's really that's
it
what's so
changes
funny.
throughout the year.
Yeah. And it's even funnier when you think about the North and South Hemisphere. They're completely different.
They have completely different stars. Oh, but have you ever been to the Southern Hemisphere? How do you know they're really different stars?
Wouldn't that just be one airplane trip, and then you can say, yes, I have, and you don't see Orion down there. And then they'll just freak out and say, you're a shill.
I'm pretty sure that was one of the things Mad Mike brought up. Like, well, you've never actually been to Australia now, have you?
Did he go? I don't think he didn't go quite that far with Australia.
I don't know.
Did he?
No, I don't think he was saying Australia didn't exist, but it was more like
Because I have heard
we
that
don't-
claim.
We don't know that the stars are any different on the Southern Hemisphere because we've never been there.
I
Personally.
guess I'll have to go just to be able
do
to
it.
win that argument. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go see the Southern Cross.
I mean, I've got a friend that lives
I've been
in
there. I just
Australia.
didn't look up.
There's too much interesting shit on the ground. I saw a kangaroo.
Dave, you were in the Southern Hemisphere, or you were in Australia?
Not Australia. No, I'd like to go to Australia someday.
Where were you at? Where'd you go?
In the Southern Hemisphere.
I was on a cruise ship somewhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought you were like in the Caribbean.
Well, maybe I wasn't.
I don't think Caribbean is. I think it's quite south enough.
No. You have to go south of the equator, actually, as it turns out.
There's a line in the ground, right?
Yeah,
I thought I remember crossing that line in the ground, but I could be wrong.
Well, it's a really wide red stripe. All the
Maybe
way
that
around.
was just a crosswalk.
If you look at a globe, it's clearly a big red stripe all the way around. So just
Okay.
that's what you're.
It
looking
wasn't
for.
red; it was yellow.
Or, I mean,
so
in
that's
the
just
true-
It wasn't.
That's
Then.
just
it
a
wasn't
latitude.
the southern hemisphere because the stripe I saw was yellow.
That's
It
just a
wasn't red.
latitude line.
Okay.
In the true flat Earth model, it's a circle around the plate,
Oh, right, yeah.
but not all the way to the edge.
It's halfway between the center
Yeah.
and the outer edge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That's the equator.
Big red line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, well, there's this 12-year-old kid that tried to set his lawn on fire with a magnifying glass that he got for Christmas.
For Christmas,
Yeah.
here's a magnifying glass.
Have you guys ever done that? Use the magnifying glass
I've
to
tried. I can
Burn
do it.
ants. I've done that.
Oh, I've done it. We
Uh,
would set leaves on fire with one. When I
I
was a
tried
kid.
it, couldn't get it right.
Oh man, it works. It works. You get it on your friend's hand while he's not looking. Great.
That does sound funny.
Here, I guess I didn't realize they had a video.
Oh my god.
Well,
Why are they all dressed the same?
Because they're wearing their matching pajamas.
Christmas jammies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
that's
Christmas
it.
morning.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I guess this is like after the fact. I guess they'd already put it out. Family in Texas found themselves doing damage control on Christmas Day after their 12-year-old son accidentally set their lawn on fire with a magnifying glass. Nisa Lynn Parson posted photos on Facebook of what she said is going down in the family history book as one of the most memorable Christmas days to date. My 12-year-old son, Caden, received a magnifying glass, which we thought was for reading, but instead he tried to see if he could light a fire with it. Caden and his two brothers went out in the driveway after opening presents to burn a couple holes in some newspaper with the magnifying glass he had just received. An unexpected fire broke out. Okay, well, this is a decent picture. It looks like he's got the bucket. Yeah, and there's smoke. All right, that's awesome.
Caden's got to be the most current year boy's name, right? Caden
and Cadence.
Caden.
Yeah. My buddy. Well, you guys know Jay. He named his first. I think it was his first kid Cadence because he's a drummer.
Is it a girl?
I think so. Yeah. I should know.
I hope.
Yeah. Yeah. Named her Cadence because.
I think that's a good name for a girl.
Yeah, for a girl.
I just thought it was funny. You know, like you're a drummer, so you named your kid Cadence.
Yeah. Named your kid BPM.
Yeah.
What do you
Beats per minute. Crescendo.
Named your kid Hi-Hat. Now Hi-Hat's a good name.
Yeah.
Named your kid Hi-Hat. That's
His
pretty
name is
badass.
Hi-Hat.
His name Tom Tom.
Tom.
I like bongo.
Bongo.
Djembe.
Double kicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Percussion
like
box. That. I don't know. What's the thing that I saw Patrick playing on one of those videos?
It's called a bucket. Thank you.
What is the?
Hey, yeah. What's that
name?
thing you sit on, Patrick? Did he
shit
run
is
away?
on.
Yeah, I guess so.
He left.
He's probably asleep.
God,
that's
damn.
not
What's
cool.
the name of the symbols? Shit is on.
Oh,
shit is on.
Man, that's I can't remember.
Zildan.
Zildjian. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Where did Patrick go?
Zildjian. That's a cool name.
Yeah, it is. It's a cool way to write it.
It's a really big Z.
Yeah, it's just a cool looking font. Zildjian.
Yeah, it's like some Lawrence of Arabia kind of.
Yeah.
Aladdin kind of thing.
Yeah, why is that? Is that
Damn,
is that
they're
where,
expensive.
Is that where Zildjians where symbols came from? Like,
I don't know. Maybe they make gongs over there.
I don't know. Actually, speaking of Jay, he had his return privileges revoked at Guitar Center because he would buy cymbals and return them so much. They're just like, nope, no more. You buy a cymbal, you keep.
Why was he doing that?
It's actually not that uncommon, really, because you can hear a cymbal at the drum store and you're not hearing it with your kit, and then you get home and you play it with your kit and you may or may not like it, and so you take it back. But you do it too much, man, because they do sustain some damage when you're nailing them with the drumstick. Can't be doing that.
Can't be doing it.
Mm-mm.
All right. We're not going to get through this whole list because there's 24 items, but I want to go through a few of them because we were talking about lists. And I did talk about this on Twitter. The most absurd PC moments of the 2010s.
All right. Oh, of the 2010. Okay, so it's the whole decade.
Yeah, whole decade. This is from your noted right-wing website, National Review. Kind of your neocon website, National Review. Number one, a college diversity training course taught that it was culturally insensitive to expect people to be on time.
What?
Wow.
A Clemson University training course taught its attendees that it is offensive to expect people to be on time because time may be considered fluid. in other cultures.
But not this one. Class starts at
Yeah.
a certain time.
That's incredibly insane, man.
Oh, how about this one? The phrase trigger warning was deemed a trigger.
Of course.
According to a piece in Everyday Feminism, trigger warning is actually in itself a trigger because it could be re-traumatizing for folks who have suffered military, police, and other forms of violence.
People that have triggers might think of their
Be triggered by the word trigger.
Yeah,
You said the word trigger.
Don't think about a red truck.
I pulled the trigger once. Pulled the trigger.
Oh man, what year was that? Is it saying what year?
No, I'd have to go into the article and then
fuck that.
they have she does have links for all of these in the if you search National Review politically correct, you could find it if you want to see each of these wonderful articles. A
National
professor,
Review, what was it? I'm sorry, PC.
Just like, oh well, the title is the most absurd PC moments of the 2010s. Number 3, a professor was accused of sexual harassment for saying that effort is 10% of the grade.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was in the syllabus.
Accused of sexual harassment for saying that effort is what?
I guess it's people implying that women don't try as hard. I think that's the accusation.
Oh.
Maybe if it was like 50% of the grade, they might have something.
Number 4, a campus survey included a trigger warning to caution college students that it may contain anatomical names of body parts.
Oh my.
Oh my god.
Oh man. We're going to teach you about the anatomy. We might mention the names of body parts.
Perineum.
Read number 5.
Perineum. University researchers demanded that we accept people who identify as real vampires.
Well, you saw True Blood, didn't you? They should be treated as equals.
Why would you, if they consider you as a food source, why would you give them any kind of respect?
Yeah, why should,
Just kill those motherfuckers. Number 6, a Seattle area councilman was concerned about the city hosing poop off its sidewalks because he thought that it might seem too racially insensitive.
What?
The area in question reportedly stank like urine and excrement, but one councilman was worried that hosing it down could be a microaggression.
I'm gonna have to click this link here.
Sounds a little racist in and of itself. Sounds like he's a little racist to me.
Yeah.
It's number 7.
Hold on. Steve, I was looking.
Yeah, let's see. The area surrounding King County Superior Court includes a homeless shelter and other social services organizations. It becomes an unsanitary, potentially frightening scene, one that reeks of urine and excrement, according to an article in the Seattle Times. Desperate for help with the disgusting environment, 2 of the court's judges have asked the city, please power wash the poop-covered sidewalks. It seems like a pretty reasonable request, but apparently one councilman is worried that doing so might be a form of microaggression. Let's see. Is there some kind of a quote explaining? See, according to the Times, Councilmember Larry Gossett. Oh, Larry. I'll highlight your name.
Larry!
Said he didn't like the idea of power washing the sidewalks because it brought back images of the use of hoses against civil rights activists. Oh my
god! Oh my god!
Oh man! That's
Holy
it.
Shit.
No more hoses. No more hoses. No more bed sheets. No more ropes. We can't use ropes anymore.
You want to water your garden?
No.
You better go get the watering can.
Yeah. Oh man. How dare you, sir, Larry?
Larry, you're a hoser.
Ban all German shepherds.
I wonder if I can find a picture of Mr. Larry. Larry.
Can we get
Gossett.
Larry on the show?
Yeah, there you go. Now we're talking. Get him to defend his.
We can
position.
get Mad Mike.
I want to know what a microaggression is in his mind.
Somebody try.
Because I bet we do micro.
Yeah, Larry Gossett.
Larry Gossett.
Gossit.
There he is.
Okay.
King County Councilmember Larry Gossett.
You can definitely get the number for his office.
Yeah.
You can email him. Oh, it actually has his phone number right there.
Yeah. There we go. Let's call him. And record that.
Now. Call him now.
Right now.
Well, I'm sure no, it'll be there right now. But.
We're not on the man. Maybe we should start using the other version so we can make phone calls. We should start doing prank calls. That's what we should do.
Hey, yeah, bring back the prank call.
Yeah.
Nothing like prank calling people on a Wednesday.
We can prank call Becca right now.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great.
Oh, Larry Gossett, your face is now on the internet.
Right where we found it.
District 2. He's proud.
Oh man.
Is it a high district to be in?
Do what?
San Francisco. Right?
Let's see. King County, where is that?
Microaggression.
All right, number 7.
All right.
A bathing suit advertisement was criticized for being sexist because it depicted a woman in a bathing suit.
All
Dun,
right.
dun, dun.
You got me.
Oh man.
Can't have hot women in advertisements anymore. It's pure sexualization. It's wrong. It's wrong, people.
Yeah, Lizzo has to be the only person doing bathing suit ads.
Lizzo?
I want only the fattest, freest girls in my bikini ads. Remember that one picture of the girl in the? Remember the woman that was in the surf
walking the sidewalk and stuff?
No, like the picture. It was like a Gillette advertisement for like a women's razor, and she was out in the water, and she was like 400 pounds, just like.
Oh yeah.
Just you know.
Just
Number 8.
living
Some
free.
feminists, living free. Some feminists decided that pussy hats were both racist and transphobic. Why? Well, because not all women have vaginas, and not all vaginas are pink.
Of course. And I'm not going to click that link.
No, see, my immediate response to that is, aren't they all pink on the inside?
Yeah, I think.
Can't we come together in that? And all vaginas are pink on the inside. Right, fellas?
That's right. I think we stand together in that assessment.
We stand united.
Yes.
All of us brothers, various colors, we can stand united.
It's like a pink rainbow.
Is that what it's, yeah.
Shades of pink.
Shades of pink, Fuchsia is different than powder pink, but it's still pink.
Yeah, the next opportunity you have, just grab a flashlight and go poking around up in there. Just make sure.
Yeah, ladies love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta look up inside there. See what
Get
color.
a speculum. You ever seen that?
Yeah, they definitely love the speculum.
That's
Dude,
like
some of these things are ridiculous, man. I'm sorry, I'm reading ahead.
I should.
I think we'll do 10.
Yeah.
What?
I was just gonna say I should scroll in such a way that you can't read ahead.
No.
Yeah, you should. Number 9. A professor claimed that the small chairs in preschools are sexist, disempowering, and problematic.
What?
Apparently, it makes no difference at preschool.
They should all be giant chairs.
Is that because they're
They even
small? Is
feel
that what he's
smaller.
saying? Is that why?
Yeah, the chairs are small, so
They're too small.
So they're sexist.
lose power. Yeah.
Let's see.
So it makes you feel like a small person.
Yep.
Okay, here. Let's see if this is actually the quote. Close ad. Get out of here. All right. This is by Monash University senior lecturer Jane Bone. My first intraactive encounter with the small chair, I felt that it talked back to me. Wait, what?
What?
Am I reading something wrong? In my first interactive encounter with the small chair, I felt that it talked back to me about the preschool as a workplace that is gendered, feminised. I think that's
Feminced.
Feminced? Is that a real word?
It looks like it.
You wrote it out.
It's got to be feminized, child-focused, and ultimately disempowering.
Okay.
Monash, senior lecturer, in an article for the journal Contemporary Issues in Early Childhood titled "Ghosts of the Material World in Early Childhood Education." Furniture Matters.
Where does she teach at?
Listen, fucking
Australian professor. That's all I needed. It's Australia.
Oh, yeah.
Aren't children empowered enough nowadays?
Yeah.
Don't they have enough of that?
They're all beautiful snowflakes.
I think we need more good old-fashioned ass whoopings and
let the bullies run free.
Yeah, fights on the playground. A little bullying didn't hurt anybody. Yeah. I mean, you go through the stories, the things my dad used to tell me when he was growing up, it was just nonstop fights. That was his childhood. He fought with everybody.
Really?
Other kids, his brothers, he got hit by teachers in class. I mean, it was a different world.
Yeah.
And then I got paddled so much.
Yeah. I got threatened with it many times, and the only reason I didn't get paddled was because my dad was part of the, he was the chapel guy at the school, and he was, they just had to go, okay, well, we can't do anything to you, but I would have been. I
think my
many
mom
times.
was one of the, I have a vague memory of like my sister getting paddled one time, and then my mom storming into the office and tearing someone a new asshole for paddling her.
Johnny got paddled twice in one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did Johnny do to deserve that?
Does Johnny remember, the reasons for that?
Yeah, Johnny was in home ec in middle school. The image just came to me, and he had braces at the time. And one of the cool things about those braces, you get those rubber bands, those tiny rubber bands.
Yeah.
That, I don't know, wire the things down.
Yeah, you can get them
because it's Johnny. I didn't have that experience that he did. So, anyways, but he would take the rubber bands and you could put them underneath your fingernail on every finger, not just the index, and put it past the knuckle, and you can have this little shooting thing, choo 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 choo, and you could shoot them. Johnny was in home ec. I'm not sure what was going on, but he just loaded up his fingers and started shooting rubber bands across the room. And man, that home ec teacher got so mad. She sent him outside, and outside there were these pod areas, and she made him put his hands on the table, and she was just going to paddle him right then and there and get it done with. So he owned up to it, put his hands on the table, and I could see this because she left the door open, because back in the day you'd beat kids and you didn't care.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're looking out. You were the good kid in the class. And
this is Johnny. It's nothing I would do.
Right, yeah.
I'm not this kind of guy. Johnny's a rebel, and that teacher reared back to paddle him, and she hit his ass, and Johnny laughed. Man, that teacher was furious.
So funny. What do you think is so funny? Nothing about this is funny. You could have hit someone in the eye, Johnny. You go to the office. They'll teach you a lesson there.
So Johnny had to go to the office and tell the principal what happened. And the principal said, let's see how funny you think this is. And so the principal whacked Johnny on the ass in the principal's office. 2 paddlings in one day.
Did Johnny laugh at the second paddling?
Johnny
Yeah,
did
how
not
was
laugh
the
at the
second
second paddling. As I understand, of course.
Did he tear up a bit?
He did not tear up a bit, but he was embarrassed and did not want his parents to find out, I'm pretty sure.
So Johnny felt embarrassment, but the paddling still wasn't really that big of a deal.
It wasn't enough to dissuade
Johnny's
him.
just too tough. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was bad, I would imagine, but that home ec teacher, I mean, come on, you shouldn't even have a paddle. You shouldn't be. No.
Well, I mean, she's in a room full of spatulas and forks and knives and probably they might even did they have a peel? They probably had a pizza peel or something.
I mean, I've been in homes where a wooden spoon did more damage than a paddle would have done any day.
There you go. Yeah, what's she need a paddle for? She's got plenty of other things she can use.
Whap, whap. It's fast.
She's got a blender.
Stingy.
She's probably got a sound too.
But Johnny, believe it or not, gained a lot of popularity for having two paddlings in one day. It was like 15 minutes of fame. It was a boon.
Yeah.
It carried over into high school.
Especially laughing at the first one.
That was so unplanned, but so awesome all at the same time.
Way to go, Johnny. You got more of that list?
I did not expect a Johnny story.
Yeah.
That is exciting.
That's a treasure.
New Year miracle.
Yeah.
You never know when they pop up, man.
Never know when you'll remember something Johnny told you.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, number 10. College students decided against bringing a camel to school for a hump day event due to concerns about racism. Students at the University of St. Thomas in Minnesota were worried that the presence of a camel might offend Middle Eastern students.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Wouldn't it make them feel more at home? I mean, I don't get the...
Right? In case you were feeling homesick, here's a camel.
That is a case of just taking PC way too far. Like, it's so hard to make the connection. Like, what? Why would a camel be...
Dude, hosing poo off as a microaggression. That nothing has beat that yet, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, since there's 24, let's do 12. We'll do 2 more.
Okay.
Because this next one is great. A school in Seattle reportedly insisted that Easter eggs be called spring spheres. Maybe calling them simply eggs would still have been too religious. It's hard to say. Let's go spring sphere hunting, kids. Kids, do you want to color the spring spheres?
You want to say it 5 times fast?
Oh, it's hard to say slow. I have to think about it every time I say it. Spring spheres.
Let's go see Bruce Spring Spheres.
That's a good one. I like that one. All right. Final one, number 12. Well, we probably continue this list later because it's great. Number 12. A group of Berkeley students insisted that they could not take their in-class exam due to their lack of privilege. Apparently, test taking was just too emotionally taxing for some University of Berkeley students to be able to handle.
Oh my damn! It's Berkeley.
I'm not privileged enough. I can't be expected to take this test.
Final exams? You mean you're just not going to give me my degree?
Let's see. 4 students who can be heard protesting in a YouTube video that was obtained by Campus Reform demanded that they instead be given a take-home essay with significant time to prepare, arguing that well-beings are being put on the line because of the emotional, mental, and physical stress that this university is compounding with what is already going on in their everyday lives.
Wow.
So they have too much to do. They can't be expected to prepare.
Berkeley.
Yeah.
Too busy.
Berkeley.
Too busy. Too busy going to school to be able to do the school stuff.
Too busy having my parents pay for my school or my scholarships pay for my school.
Yeah.
Can't do it. I can't do it.
Or just general Pell Grant.
I wish
money.
they'd ask the parents, what their opinion is of these stupid things that their kids are doing. Like, motherfucker, I'm gonna kill him. If they stand behind him, if they like, I think that he's doing a great thing. He's standing up for what's right.
Yeah, I mean, one of these public schools this week, they made an accepted absence for kids to be gone for protests.
Oh yeah.
If you're in high school, you want to go protest whatever, you get an excused absence for that. Because everybody needs to hear your voice.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
14-year-old,
fucking
Seen some school around here is getting a calm room installed.
Is that like a safe room or safe
calm room?
Yeah, they were called it like a calm room.
I heard this.
It's fucking stupid.
What is a calm room? Let's see, calm
room. If you're having a stressed out day or something, you can skip out of class and go to the calm room.
Yep. Just lay in
chill
there.
out.
Chill out.
Just calm down.
Oh, I wonder if it's actually these. This is what comes up whenever you search for calm room.
That beanbag chairs.
Yeah,
it's a soundproof
and a hookah pipe
phone booth.
What the fuck? $3,495.
Yeah, look at this, $4,000.
Jesus Christ!
Calm. The Calm Booth by Room.
My room.
What are we gonna name our business? Let's call it Room. Oh, look, you can. It makes you feel like you're sitting on this mountainside.
Yeah, you can meditate with the Calm app.
Huh.
$300 billion.
Okay. That's crazy, man. That's a thing.
Oh, they've got little pictures of trees. And
wow.
Fog rising from the trees.
Investing in the mindful well-being.
You're paying $4,000 for a closet?
Yeah,
it looks about the size of a phone booth.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. It's about the size of a phone booth.
I love that.
Only so many people know what a phone booth is anymore.
I was gonna say, yeah, about 20 years ago, we just had phone booths. You drop in a quarter.
Oh, and you can charge your phone in there. It's a good place to just go fuck around on your phone.
Yeah.
Ooh. Let's see. Oh, and there's a close-up.
This one's $7,000.
Oh,
$7,000.
I hope it doesn't come with that old ass iPhone.
Even uses that anymore.
$7,000. Like, why?
It's called the Pop and Pod.
Charging station for $7,000.
It's Pop and Pod, bro.
Yeah.
Like, where's that even supposed to be?
You just put it at you have it in your
it's
party.
Just in the office.
Yeah.
Look how happy she is. She's like, oh,
she's real happy.
I gotta go talk to my the guy I'm having an affair with, and I'll do it in this box.
Even better if that thing was completely sealed, so whoever went in there would be asphyxiated and die. We just pull out the body and have it ready for the next person who wants to go in.
Nope, sorry, there's vents.
Oh.
Check out my Zoom.
Shit.
She looks so calm.
It's so it's so useless. It's not even a phone booth. It doesn't have it's a phone booth without a phone. It's a porta potty without the potty.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking box for $7,000. It's a box.
You can charge your phone in it, dude.
Yeah, man.
Oh, it is a charger. It's a large charger.
It's
you
a
sit in.
$7,000 charger that you can, yeah.
It's the Pop and Pod, man.
Man, I bet those people make money on that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
What an amazing grift.
I mean, can you imagine? There's probably companies that have a whole wall full of those.
Yeah, and they get they tell everybody they get virtue signaling points. They have a meeting and we're installing these for your emotional well-being.
Yeah.
These meditation pods. Any time of day. Since the gender neutral bathrooms are always taken by somebody, you need somebody to sit.
Yeah, bring your service animal in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And your consenting worms.
Bring your consenting worms.
Whether they consent or not.
Imagine that guy just walking around with his can of worms. It's petting it.
Got a
Petting
can
his
of
can of worms.
Don't want me to open
just
this.
don't. Yeah, just don't open it.
You don't want me to open this. And then have another one. Always have another one. Look, I got a whole new one right here. A whole new can of worms.
Well, this is normally the time when I would ask Becca I would tell her it's that time of the show again, and I'd say it's we want to hear some poetry. It's what everybody's waiting for, but she's not here.
She's gonna have to make 3
really
poems next time.
Yeah, and I doubt anybody else wrote anything down. So
no, I could read our predictions in poem form.
In poem form.
Do you want to do
I wrote
that?
stuff
Okay,
down, but it's in invisible ink.
Oh shit!
Verbal assault blows up. PS5 is fucking awesome. Dave is wrong on all fronts. Unification of North and South Korea. Virgin Galactic stock crashes. Nathan will see a rocket launch. Trump wins election by landslide. And slide eyes. Xbox Series will beat PS5. Cloud-based gaming will finally work. Trump runs blue... Damn it. Trump runs against Bloomberg in election. Queen Elizabeth dies. Unification of North and South Carolina and Dakotas. Give Alaska to Canada. Richard Branson dies in a fistfight with Elon. New GTA announced. Rosie O'Donnell dies. Astronauts do launch. Virgin Galactic and Blue will launch paying customers. Trump stays in office but loses election. George Clooney dies. The end.
Did you say Stallone dies?
Sly. I just said Sly.
Sly. Okay.
I didn't want to have to type out Sylvester.
Yeah, I understand. Thank you, Steve-O, for filling in for Becca there. Hopefully she can find a way back to us. Hopefully that can happen.
Hopefully.
Thank you to Haywood Banks, too, for allowing us to talk over your song. That was awesome.
Yep.
And other stuff.
Yeah, follow us on Twitter, y'all. _verbal assault _ And find us on YouTube if you're not already subscribed. Verbal Assault Podcast should get you there. And then just search for channels.
Support us on Patreon at verbalassault.com no, shit. Fuck that up.
We have verbalassault.com. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, patreon.com/verbalassault. Support us there. And like, subscribe, and share us any way that you get podcasts. Leave 5-star review on iTunes and whatnot.
Well, if you want to leave a voicemail, you should probably just call 865-316-6955 and tell us what celebrities you think are going to die in 2020.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those people.
Deuces.